This tutorial is about voltage dividers. A voltage divider circuit uses resistors to reduce voltage. You can use voltage dividers to do a lot of things, like create a volume control circuit or generate reference voltages, and much more. If you apply Ohm's law, you'll find that 1 volt spread across 2 equal value resistors gives you half a volt in the middle, so you're getting half the voltage. And as you would expect, 4 equal value resistors would give you a quarter volt, half a volt, and 3/4 of a volt. For the sake of simplicity, let's stick to 2 resistors. If you use 2 resistors of different values, the voltage gets divided up in proportion to the amount of resistance there is. In this example, with 20% of the resistance on the bottom, you get 20% of the input voltage on the output. If I flip the position of these resistors, now with 80% of the resistance on the bottom, you get 80% of the input voltage on the output. Incidentally, voltage dividers will work just fine with both AC and DC input voltages, and this is the equation that you want to use to calculate the output voltage depending on the resistors you're using. And if you're not getting the output voltage that you want, well, try the equation with some different resistor values, or rearrange the equation. Alright, here's some more examples. Here I'm taking 10 volts and dividing it down to 1 volt. Here I'm taking 5 volts and dividing it down to 4 volts. And here I'm taking 100 volts and dividing it down to 1 volt. You might have noticed that I'm using massively different resistance values here, sometimes a few ohms, sometimes a few mega ohms, but it is ultimately the ratio of the resistance values that determines the output voltage. Now, that doesn't mean that when you build a real-world voltage divider you should use low-value resistors. Whenever you create a voltage divider, you have to be aware of the overall power consumption of the circuit, and you calculate it using this equation. With this circuit, the resistors are dissipating 0.1 watts, which isn't very much, so everything is fine. But in this circuit, the resistors are dissipating 1,000 watts, so the resistors are going to catch fire. The output voltage is the same in both cases, but the power consumption is totally different. Also, before you create the voltage divider, you have to be aware of how much current your voltage divider has to supply, because voltage dividers are not the same thing as regulated power supplies. There's going to be a voltage drop as soon as you connect your device to a voltage divider, depending on how much load there is. For example, here's an unloaded voltage divider giving me 5 volts. When I connect a microcontroller that draws just 1 milliamp, the voltage drops to 4.5 volts. And that's not so bad, the microcontroller will still work, but if I try to power this motor that would normally draw 100 milliamps from 5 volts, the voltage drops down to half a volt, and the motor won't do anything. So this voltage divider would be a terrible power supply for a motor. Generally speaking, you shouldn't be using a voltage divider if you have to supply more than 10 milliamps. But if you want to screw around with resistor values and see what you can get away with, you can calculate the Thevenin equivalent resistance of a voltage divider using this equation. And yes, it just so happens that it's the same as the parallel resistance formula. Alright, once you've calculated the Thevenin equivalent circuit, you can calculate how much voltage your load is really going to receive using the voltage divider equation from earlier. Now, what are some real-world circuits where you could use a voltage divider? Well, an easy one is a volume control circuit that you could use before an amplifier. And all you're doing here is just dividing the voltage with a potentiometer. In this amplifier circuit, I'm using a voltage divider to add a DC bias to an audio signal so that the transistor can turn on and amplify the signal properly. And finally, the most obvious use of all is powering devices that expect a certain voltage and only draw tiny amounts of current, like a cheap calculator or something. And you should really be using a voltage regulator to do this, but what can I say, some people are cheap. Alright, I'm done with voltage dividers, and thank you for watching.